Timestamps for topics, spoilers, and corrections are in the description.
Hello and welcome to episode 52 of the Roll Jump Media podcast. I am joined on this fine day by my co-hosts, Jose and Luis. Hey guys, how's it going? Happy Saturday.
Hello, happy Saturday. Nice for everyone to join us.
Yes, hello, welcome. Happy Saturday.
Very good, nice. All right, so today, what are we going to be talking about today? We're going to be talking about, of course, the Nintendo Direct that happened this week. We also have to do some adjusting to our fantasy draft picks, and we're just going to be talking about what we've been playing. If you've been around for a while, you know exactly what to expect. So let's go ahead and jump right into it. First thing, let's go ahead and switch over to the draft. And y'all know what game released this week that definitely added to somebody's point total and subtracted from somebody's point total. What game is that?
Kana.
You're dang right, it's
Kana or
Kena.
Kina?
Kana. People supposedly it's Kana.
I've heard people call it Kena. So
Oh my gosh. Whatever comes naturally to me is what I'm gonna call it.
Yes.
Okay. So we went over this last week as well. Luis standing right at the top with 93.74 points. Me next with 69.14 points. And Jose right on my heels with 66.03 points. Luis is expected to get 116.49 points. Freaking banger. I'm
That's right.
expected to get 99.47, and Jose is expected to get 73.62. The caveat being that we still have to change out our games as some of them are not releasing. And
yes,
guys,
my counter pick really affected me.
you know, yeah, I would say so. I think your deduction is correct. But it could have been worse for sure.
I suppose.
Yeah. The upcoming games that are going to be affecting our drafts, Metroid Dread is coming out on the 8th of October, followed by Solar Ash on the 26th. Those will be the games that we have drafted for the month of October. That is part of our draft. And now, let us go ahead and see if there's any changes that we want to. Oh, actually, first, let's see how well Kina did. So, Luis, keeping his role with picking quality games. Kina Bridges Spears was on his team. 81 on Metacritic, giving him 11 points with a total of 94 points. And as Jose had alluded to before, he did counterpick Kina Bridges Spears, which cost him 11 points. I'm interested, Jose. How did you think it was going to turn out for you, county picking Kina Bridges Spirits?
I didn't really think about it. And actually, it was like something that I wanted to change, but I don't think we can change counter picks. Um,
Right.
so yeah, it was just kind of a shot my foot with that one because I knew, it looked really good, and I don't know, I don't know why, but it is what it is.
That's all right, Jose. It's not over till it's over.
Oh, but it's over for me. So
Oh, but that's where you're wrong. Okay. All right. So you did say that you had some picks that you had in mind to replace the ones that are unreleased. For those, It Is Stray and Horizon Forbidden West. Did
yeah.
you want to make a move today?
I think so.
Okay. I also want to make a move.
Okay. So how do we do this?
Okay.
We just
So,
because we have to drop the games first, right?
yeah. Yeah, we do.
All right.
Okay, so for me, it's Sifu. Sifu's guaranteed not coming out, and I'm probably gonna have to brace myself for Final Fantasy 16
Hmm.
in the future. So, drop a game. Game
Okay.
I'm gonna be dropping or on my side is going to be Sifu.
I'll be dropping Horizon Forbidden West
Okay.
and
Now we must make a bid.
oh,
Okay,
okay.
so I'm gonna be making my bid.
We don't say what games we're thinking of.
Once you make your bid, then we'll say what it is.
All right. Mm, I don't know. Now I'm like
Uh,
doubt has sunk in. Um,
hold up. Wait a minute. I forgot the title. I'm gonna throw you a curveball here, my guy.
I
Okay.
don't know. This is well, okay. I don't like how
You
some of
ready?
these options still have like 2021. Like
Oh, I
there's no
know.
specific. It's a risk, but okay, I'm gonna choose this one.
Okay. Okay, I placed my bid. Did you place yours?
Yes.
Okay. I'll reveal mine first.
Okay.
Okay, so the one that I bid it for was announced in the Nintendo Direct,
Mm-hmm.
and it was fairly early on in the Direct.
Monster Hunter. Just kidding. That's an expansion.
Yeah. Um, so it was Voice of Cards.
Ooh, nice. Nice pick. I know it's oh yeah, I forgot. Something dragon something, right?
The
Oh,
Isle of Dragon Roars.
oh
Hmm.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So people are going to be checking this out because the mind behind Near is like I'm not sure what position he has on this game, but that's gonna get a lot of people excited for it, and I think it's gonna do at least like mid 80s. I'm thinking it's a gamble, but that's a gamble I'm taking. Jose,
It's a good gamble. Um,
thank you, sir.
so for me, I took a risk again, because this game has 2021 as a release date, and
Oh
I don't even
no.
know if it's gonna come out this year. I don't know if it's gonna be pushed back. Maybe it was already pushed back and I didn't know about it. Um, I went with a Shovel Knight. The Um,
Shovel Knight?
Shovel Knight Dig.
Oh, tell me about this.
Um, I don't know. I mean, I think Shovel Knight is pretty. I mean, it's pretty beloved. I think that might help um, with uh, like the ratings the it's gonna get. Um, but again, I don't know if it's gonna come out this year because it's only 2021, and we're getting really close to the end of the year. Um, but yeah, I decided to just go with that. I mean, there's really nothing I can do. So, um, so yeah, I just went with that one. It is the next installment in the series, uh, and like I mentioned, it's a nice like indie darling.
Got
Um,
you.
so yeah, I went with that one.
Awesome. And I'm not sure when we're going to get news for Final Fantasy 16. When is there a Tokyo Game Show happening soon?
I don't know.
Eh, I don't know.
Tokyo Game Show dates. Tokyo Game Show is happening from the 30th to the 3rd. So I'll present to you this, Jose. Do you want to wait until next podcast to make a move and hopefully they talk about Final Fantasy 16 so we can make a simultaneous move together again? Or do you want to do your pick right now?
No, yeah, let's wait.
Okay,
Yeah. So I still have a Stray pending to replace.
cool. And Luis, do you want to wait until he chooses his next game before you counterpick him?
Yeah, I'll wait.
Okay.
And I feel like I'm gonna have to change Silksong too, because that game we
Oh
are not getting
man.
anything from that game. So,
True, man.
but I'll wait. I'll wait.
Okay. And we can go ahead and switch back over to the main podcast screen. So let's do that. And since we talked about Kina just a little bit, I say we go ahead and talk about what the critics have been saying about it.
No,
No?
just kidding. Yeah,
Okay.
I'm just salty. It ruined my chances of winning.
I understand. So I have Open Critic open right here. Kina Bridge of Spirits pulled up. Kina Bridge of Spirits, the top critic average is an 81, and 78% of critics are recommending it. I did take a peek at Metacritic, and the user scores for Kina Bridge of Spirits is an 8.8. So people that have picked up Kina Bridge of Spirits are liking it a lot. All right, so I have four snippets of reviews from different outlets. The first one is from PC Gamer that gave it a 65 out of 100. They said that Kena Bridge of Spirits looks better than it plays, but it's got a good heart. IGN gave it an 8 out of 10, and it says, with its elegantly simple combat and beautiful world, Kena Bridge of Spirits harkens back to the days of the N64/GameCube era Zeldas, Okami, and Star Fox adventures, while also adding modern sensibilities and a distinct personal touch. Games Radar looks like gave it a 4 out of 5. An agreeable adventure that transformed into something special by its enchanting aesthetic. And the final one, Eurogamer, uh, no recommendation was recorded, it looks like, and they said that I'm not sure what no recommendation means. Maybe they didn't rate it. Kina is smooth as a pebble, a game engineered to be so unoffensive, there's no reason not to play it or to play it at all. So that's interesting. And yeah, that's the reviews that I brought up here. What are you guys' own thoughts about what people are saying about Kina, and what are your thoughts about the game itself? I know that I don't think any of us has picked it up yet.
No, I haven't picked it up, but I do plan on doing so. Like maybe uh, later along the road, once it's maybe when it's cheaper or when I finish all the games that I need to play.
Yeah.
um, but yeah, I mean, I heard the reviews. Everyone is saying that it's well, not everyone, but the people that I follow saying they say that it's sort of like a throwback to N64, kind of like puzzle adventure games, mainly like Zelda. A lot of people I've seen a lot of people compare it to Zelda. So when I hear that, it sort of like triggers my interest, and even before it came out, just how it played, what we saw when they presented the game, it's something that interested me. Um, but yeah, I mean, it's something that I plan on getting and experiencing, mainly because of that those throwbacks, I guess, to N64 era puzzle games, puzzle adventure games.
No doubt. Jose, did you have any thoughts about what the critics have been saying or the game itself?
Well, looking at the gameplay, um, and even before, like with the trailer, like again, I don't know why I picked it as a counter pick. Um, right off the bat, like it looked like a really solid game. Um, and I think I mentioned it actually that podcast where we talked about when it was first revealed. Um, like it's colorful. And for me, that's I don't know if a game has like color, if a game is looks bright and um, Nintendo-ish, if you will. It's something that catches my eye, um, just because I feel like a lot of the other games are a little more gray, a little more like grim looking,
Hmm.
um, and so this game stands out to me because of that. And I mean, it's definitely a game that I like to play. Like Luis said, he plans on getting it down the line. And I mean, it's definitely a game that I would play if he does get it down the line.
So does this mean that you're going to use the PS5 even more?
Yeah, 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 sure.
More than you
I
have?
rarely use the PS5, but yeah,
Heck
maybe it's
yeah,
just the
man.
game.
Heck yeah. Yeah, I echo what you guys have been saying. It's just my nostalgia. Instead of being in the Zelda direction, it's the Star Fox Adventures that really got me because that was kind of like quote unquote my first Zelda. So and
Mhm.
PS2 era, freaking Ratchet and Clank, Jack and Daxter. Uh, I didn't play Sly, but those franchises were awesome back in the day. Plus Star Fox Adventures, dude, I'm in. I'm in. I probably would have gotten it if I had a little bit more time to and didn't have enough a whole bunch of games to already play, but definitely something I'd pick up. Okay, that does it for Kena Bridge of Spirits. Let's go ahead and talk about what we've been playing. So, guys, if you want to take over, same order.
All right, so what I've been playing on my 2DS. I haven't been playing actually. It's been a while now since I touched my 2DS. Um, but I've been playing a little bit more of well, I finally finished Spider-Man, um, and I think I mentioned this last weekend.
Yes.
I finally passed the DLC for Spider-Man Remastered, so I'm done with that game. So I was thinking of what to play after that, So I started playing Battlefield 1, which came with
What?
the, yeah, it came with the, what's it called? The PlayStation Plus,
Right.
the collection. I forget what it's called. Um, and so that was there. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and try it. Something that's not too like crazy, I guess. And it had been a while since I played like a shooter. So I tried it. I did not like it.
Oh
I did
gosh.
not. I did not enjoy it that much the first time that I played it. Um, I don't know. I don't know why I didn't. Like I remember, like I played it and I think my head started to hurt. I don't know if because of the movement or I wasn't used to it or
Mm.
but so maybe that spoiled my experience a little. So I left it there, and I just played some Apex. So I've been playing some Apex here and there,
Mhm.
and I believe I played with you, Ray. I think we got a W,
Oh, heck
or
yeah.
maybe I'm confusing with times, but anyways, it's
No, we
it's
got
more
like two
common now.
W's already.
Yeah, it's more common to get W's, so that's good.
Yeah.
And and then again, I tried playing Battlefield 1, and I sort of started enjoying it a little bit more. But then I just couldn't. And I don't enjoy it. I don't think I enjoy it. I don't think it's a game for me. Um,
Mm.
so maybe I'll try it again. Give it another try down the road. But for now, I left it and I started playing Miles Morales. Continue with the Spider-Man hype. So I've been playing that as well, and enjoying it. It's more Spider-Man. I do like the the movements. I guess I think it's a little more fine tuned for this game. So I'm enjoying this game, and so I'll probably be playing that in the next few weeks, maybe a couple weeks. And then on my Switch, I was finally I was able to get on my Switch and play something. I played some Monster Hunter Stories 2. I'm still playing that game, so I'm putting some hours here and there. So so I was able to put some hours like a few days ago on that. So I've been playing that on the Switch, and yeah, that's pretty much it.
Nice, dude. Monster Hunter Stories 2. Um, RPG. Are you still have? Do you feel like you're going through like run of the mill, just like doing? I mean, through the paces of it, and just like kind of shutting your brain off, or is it engaging you when you're playing it? I'm interested to know.
Mm, I think it's a little like you just go through it, right? Especially with the like wild monsters and kind of thing. They even have like a a fast battle kind of thing where you just press a button and it just defeats the monster automatically and
Hmm.
it gives you the X points and all that. So with the wild like the what's it called, the smaller enemies, it is kind of like, okay, let's get through this, right? But when you come up with like a bigger monster or like a new monster or like a boss kind of thing, that's when it gets interesting because now you have to, it's a new thing, you have to strategize and see, well, figure out what are their weaknesses and do all that, right? So that's when it gets a little more interesting, and that's what I enjoy as well. um, but yeah, I think it's a mix of both. uh, I do find myself like putting like on a YouTube video or like a podcast or something and just playing it. um, so like just relax and kill monsters and just continue with the story kind of thing. So
Yeah.
um, so yeah, I mean, I think it leans more on the run through the mill kind of thing with some surprises here and there.
Nice. And now that I think about it, I do believe that even with core Monster Hunter, like when you
Hmm.
first, even like if it's your first Monster Hunter, you're going to be like engaged 100% of the time.
Right.
But if you're experienced with it and you've spent some time learning the new mechanics of what the game has to offer, it's still, unless you're fighting something that's totally new or really like at your challenge level or above, it's going to be what you're talking about. Just kind of like put on a podcast and get the materials, craft your stuff, and go on your way. So definitely, I get what you're coming from.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. It's probably like that. Yeah.
Hmm. All right, cool. Jose, you're up, my friend.
So for me, I've mainly it's been very sporadic for me as well. I haven't really been playing like constantly. I have been playing Skyward Sword, Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword. That's probably the main game that I've been playing. I'm still uh, I've progressed a little since the last podcast we did. I feel like I guess I'm taking my time, and I think that actually helps kind of appreciate the game a little more. But yeah, I've been playing that. I've been enjoying that, and I did play a bit of Pokemon Unite last night actually, and it's actually I mean I think they made like a lot of updates to it. The the interface and the menu and all of that, it looks a little different. It looks a little cleaner, I think. Um,
Oh,
and yeah, I think they've added a lot of stuff in there, like missions and things like that to unlock. So that was fun. It was a little fun. But I only played like 3 matches because it wasn't hitting last night. Um, but yeah, that's been pretty much it for me. Just taking it slow. The Nintendo Direct added new stuff to look forward to though, so I'm excited for that.
true. All right. And for me, also, well, I did play some Apex. I'm not sure if I logged into Final Fantasy last week. I'm sure I did. I beaten those games down with the dead with. I've beat the drum to those games a lot, so I'll just go ahead and skip over those. You guys already know how I feel about them. They're amazing. Um, so Skyward Sword would be the other game, and I've been progressing every weekend because I'm playing it in tandem with my sibling, and um, we went through the we went through the dang, what is it? What was it? It's not the fire area, is it? Is it the fire area? Like the second one after the first dungeon?
Yeah, it is. It's the volcano, the one with
Volcano.
the moles.
Yeah, they come out the ground and they
Yeah.
yeah. Those guys are actually pretty cool. They're kind of dopey, but I like them. And yeah, I actually liked going through that environment. Uh, it was more challenging. I would say it was more engaging of your brain to figure out paths forward, which I kind of liked.
Mhm.
And it used more of the game's mechanics, which was also pretty fun. You know, the by then you have to start rolling things or tossing things.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and I thought that was pretty cool. It could get a little annoying if you keep failing, but I thought it was cool. And yeah, so I'm gonna go into the dungeon of that area. I think we've already went inside of it, but we didn't start exploring or anything. So looking forward to that. Hopefully we get to play it this week.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah, but other than that, I don't have anything else to talk about. I wanted to play some Samus Returns, but I just didn't have the chance to, unfortunately.
You didn't make time for Samus Returns, right?
I know, dude. It feels bad.
In a couple weeks, you'll be playing Dread.
Dread looks fire, man. I'm so excited for Dread.
Yeah, dude.
Speaking of Dread, there was a Nintendo Direct that happened this past week. on Thursday.
Mhm, mhm.
And we're gonna go ahead and spend the rest of the podcast talking about that direct. All right. So let me go ahead and bring that up here. I'm gonna do a split screen so I can keep tabs on the podcast. Make sure it's running okay. Yeah, it should be fine. Okay. So how about we do surface level thoughts first? Um, After watching the direct or consuming the information, however you did, were you feeling good about it? Were you feeling bad about it? Give me your thoughts.
Okay, for me, after the direct, I was feeling I was feeling good. It wasn't like a mind blowing direct. Uh, it's not like there were games that it was like, oh, they won kind of thing. But I'm glad that there's more coming to Nintendo Switch. They did show like new things that were coming, and I was left satisfied, especially right now since it's like the end of the it's almost the end of this year, 2021. We know there's a lot coming next year with the Breath of the Wilds, the um, the Pokemon, and and then we have a few games that were announced here that are coming next year as well, especially for like the first half of the year. And I'm left satisfied. It wasn't a disappointing direct uh, necessarily. I didn't feel like oh Nintendo didn't show anything or didn't feel like it was trash. I guess. So
Hmm.
I guess I'm more on the middle, uh,
Cool.
leaning towards satisfied.
Right.
Hmm.
Interesting. I thought you would be a little bit more positive on it, actually. It's interesting that you're a little more mid than I
Hmm.
anticipated, but we'll talk about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jose, any thoughts?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I guess I kind of agree with Luis. It was a good direct. Um, I think, I think like the what we say, like the big, headline, like sh hype, I guess, announcements have already been made. There's games that uh, are coming out next year, so it's September, it's close to the end of the year, so I don't think I wasn't expecting it to be like this really super hype, uh, presentation. But it did deliver, I think, and I think it was pretty. I think it's been one of the most balanced directs, um, because we did get some first party big titles, um, of already announced games, as well as some you know nice surprises here and there. But we also got a bit of um, uh, the other side of the coin, if you will, of games that are coming to the Switch, and I don't know. I think it was really balanced. It was really cool, and it was satisfactory. I will say that's how I'll describe it. It was satisfactory. It wasn't disappointing. Um, and I don't think. I don't know. You never know with Nintendo fans, but I wasn't. I didn't have like any huge expectations of this direct. Um, some people were expecting Breath of the Wild too. Setting up themselves, playing themselves. But but yeah, it was good. It was good. I liked it.
Cool. All right. And for me, uh, it was interesting because I thought after watching it, it was good. But then once I sat down and just realized what was announced or things like yeah, just things. Well, we're going to be talking about what was announced, but it's not like bangers that we wanted to know about, like the Mario's or the freaking Metroid, like Metroid updates, E3 level things that we're really excited when Nintendo talks about them. But the fact that we're getting quality titles and they're from actually a handful of them are from um, franchises that people adore, I think that was really cool. So let's go ahead and start talking about what was announced here. This isn't in the order of the direct, unfortunately, but it does have everything announced. This is from Adam Bankhurst on IGN. Let's start with one that there was talk about it, and people were debating on what the format of the game would be. But Kirby and the Forgotten Land was announced during this direct, and I'm very happy about this announcement, guys. I don't know how you feel about it. I feel like it was one of the highlights of the direct.
Yeah, definitely, I agree. It looks so pretty. um, this might be the first Kirby game we purchase. Just because it does. It looks really cool. And yeah, I don't know how else to describe it.
Hmm.
I was pleasantly surprised by it, and I'm actually really looking forward to playing it.
Same here.
Yeah.
I've.
Mhm.
Oh, go ahead, Jose. I mean, Luis. Sorry.
My bad. Sorry. Yeah, I just wanted to add, like, to Jose, it's basically my same thoughts. Uh, it was definitely, I wouldn't say a surprise for me because I did kind of spoil it online. Uh,
I heard about
yeah,
that.
apparently, like, Nintendo put it on their website or something, and then like they started tweeting about it. I didn't know about it, and then I saw the icon, so I knew a Kirby game was coming. I didn't really see the gameplay, so with that part, like the whole like gameplay, that was surprising for me. There were rumors, that maybe it was going to be a 3D, or maybe it was just, it was going to be different. And I was, like Jose said, personally surprised at what I saw. The game looks really, really pretty, and it's. I was telling Jose, that it might be. Well, we're talking about it. That it might be like the first like Kirby game that we get. We don't really play Kirby games. I've tried like a couple, um, Kirby Superstar, I think, on the SNES, but they haven't really been my like cup of tea. Um, but this one looks really nice, and it reminds me a little of like the Mario Odyssey. Kind of, it gives me like that kind of vibe. So I'm really looking forward to see more of the game and potentially play it and get it.
Yeah, totally. Uh, it's funny how everybody's had like people that I've seen online. They've had similar experiences where I've tried Kirby's. I didn't really like them. They didn't really, or I didn't really love them. I mean, they might have enjoyed playing it for a little while, but then they just fell off. But
Hmm.
then this
Yeah,
switch,
yeah, that's what I'm gonna say.
yeah, and then this switch to 3D, more like a 3D world style and a
Hmm.
Odyssey style. It's kind of like a
True.
blend. It's kind of interesting how it's formatted here, but I think that Kirby's abilities are going to translate really well into 3D, especially how we've seen the footage so far.
Hmm.
There's a lot that they can do with Kirby's moveset, and it looks gorgeous, just like you guys say.
Yeah.
Yeah. Moving on, the next thing that we have to talk about, we have Nintendo Switch Online plus the expansion pack is going to be including N64 and Sega Genesis games. So, this has been something that people have been asking for. Either it would be like Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advance. Those things are still something people want, but I would say that a majority of people were looking forward to N64. How are you guys feeling about this announcement here?
Yeah, I'm one of those people. Yeah, I mean, it's we grew up with the N64. We talked about it here in the podcast. So it's really cool to see like a lot of these games coming to Switch. And I think it was it was about time. Um, and I'm not surprised by the what's it called, the price increase that I feel like there's gonna be one. Um, but I'm glad that we got the N64 games, and then when they showed like future games that are coming, they showed like Banjo Kazooie, they showed the original Snap, they showed Paper Mario. Some of these games like I've never played, with having a Nintendo 64. Um, Same thing like with Sin and Punishment, that apparently it's like a really good game.
Oh my gosh, yeah,
Um,
that caught my eye.
yeah, and I mean, and it's cool. It's cool that we can play that, and I'm really looking forward to playing a lot of these games that I wasn't able to back in my childhood, and then having the classics like the Ocarina of Time, right, um, and then later on Majora's Mask. Especially like for me that I really like those games,
Yeah.
and so it's really cool. I'm really looking forward to seeing more games coming. Like hopefully we get Pokemon Stadium, so we can play that. Um, and a bunch of other games. And then like the Genesis part, like that really surprised me. I wasn't
Dude, yeah.
expecting them to have Sega Genesis games, but it's really cool. I mean, it's going back to like the whole preservation of games and being able to play games that maybe are not available anymore, or just play old games. It's really cool, and I'm also looking forward to playing some of those games that I've never owned a Sega anything, right? A Sega console. So it's gonna be a cool opportunity to play those games.
What'd you think about those controllers?
You see, um, I mean, it's cool. I feel like I want the 64 one just to experience that again. But I mean, they're a little pricey, so it's not a what's it called? Um, Priority. There you
Mm.
go. And then like the Genesis one, like I said, I never played the Genesis game, so um, I don't. I've never touched the Genesis controller.
Right.
But I mean, it's cool. It's a cool little thing. I mean, they've been doing that for like all the ones that have come out, like the SNES, the NES. And so I'm not surprised that they did it.
Cash grab.
Pretty much.
Okay. Nice, nice, nice. Jose, any additional thoughts, or do you kind of share the same sentiment as Luis?
Yeah. I mean, I've never really been one to. I mean, with all the other games that are available now, to play, I've never really. I don't bother to play those. I'm not gonna lie. um, but then again, like the Nintendo 64 was like the console for us. Well, Super Nintendo was there as well, but I feel like Nintendo 64 really kind of introduced us to the franchises that we are obsessed with today. Um, and so this might change with the Nintendo 64 games coming to be playable on the Switch. And yeah, I mean, like we said, there's some games there that we never got to play, so it's cool to know that they're there, so we can try them out and play them. But then there's also the classics, the Legend of Zelda's, um, and yeah, definitely hope that they bring some new titles to play as well, like Pokemon Stadium and the original Super Smash Brothers would be cool as well. But um, but yeah, it's exciting. The Genesis, we never really played the Genesis, um, so I mean, it's not as appealing to me, I guess, as a Nintendo 64. But I mean, it's definitely something that fans want wanted, and so they got it. Um, there was something in the direct that I really haven't. I need to check on, but I don't know if are they gonna charge more? Like, is your subscription gonna change? Um, I'm not really sure. I didn't really pay that much attention at that part because we were
Mhm.
watching it from work, so there were some parts where I was just like
Yeah.
very distracted. But yeah, I don't know. That's one detail that I'm not sure of. But yeah, I mean, like the controllers and all of that. I mean, it's something that they've been doing. It feels a bit, cash grabby. Like, okay, I guess I suppose some people want that and they'll get it. It feels a bit unnecessary, especially with um, I don't know. Like a lot of people don't really like the Nintendo 64 controller, so it's kind of funny to see people being hyped over it. But it's simply because it's it's like a throwback, or like nostalgia or whatever. Like, why would you buy a controller that you don't enjoy using? but uh, but anyways, it's it's nice. Um, but yeah, those are my thoughts. It's cool.
Cool, cool. What's in addition to the games, what has me excited is the multiplayer. So like for Star Fox 64, I don't know if I guess it has multiplayer and you can play with friends or um
Interesting.
yeah, and I don't know if that extends to the Sega Genesis games. I assume so. And if we could play like Streets of Rage 2 and have somebody else join you and just have fun on a classic beat 'em up, that sounds like an awesome time.
Mhm.
We can relive
Yeah.
stuff that we never really experienced on our own or in our childhood.
Yeah. We didn't have friends when we had the 64, and so
Yeah, single player was it back in the day, man. Cool stuff. Okay, we talked about the Sega Genesis and Nintendo 64 controllers. Nintendo Switch Online members will be able to pre-order them for their Switches. I'm not sure when that's going to happen, if it hasn't already been opened up. I guess we're going to talk about the big stuff right off the bat. Bayonetta 3. Bayonetta 3 had gameplay shown and a 2022 release window revealed. So, this was pretty interesting. It's been how long? Almost 4 years since we got that reveal at Jeff Keighley's Game
Video
Awards.
Game Awards. Yeah.
Yeah, and in the September Direct, we finally got to see how Bayonetta 3 looks. And personally, I think it looks great. What do you guys think?
Yes, I mean, I think it looks great. It's, I mean, it's good that we're finally seeing some uh, footage of it, some gameplay, and I mean, it looks like more Bayonetta, and it looks really cool. Um, I had a thought right now and it just slipped my mind, but
Yeah.
but yeah, I mean, I like the way they presented it. I feel like they were gonna bait us. They baited us with that the the dog.
Hmm.
I forget from Astro Chain. I forget the name, and I thought it was gonna be like an Astro Chain 2 announcement or something like that. Um, but then we saw it was Bayonetta. There's a lot of theories already going on of what's going on,
Oh boy.
and I tend, I read some of them, and they're interesting, and I can see why some of these people think the way they think. Um, but I mean, yeah, I mean, it's cool. Uh, I'm excited for it. We still don't have like an exact date of when it's coming, but that's at another game to 2022 that's coming out, um, that I must get. I'm gonna be spending a lot of money next year.
Dude. Yeah. Um, yeah, Jose, before we talk about something that I wanted to bring up, thoughts?
um, it looked good. It's I think it's a lot of people were begging for it, not just asking. Like people were begging for Bayonetta 3 news, updates, footage, anything. They finally got it. Um, in my opinion, I don't know. I feel like the gameplay looked a little rough. I don't
Sure.
know. Maybe that's just me. But yeah, I don't know. It seemed very messy. I don't know. Not as polished. Um, maybe I mean maybe I mean I'm sure they're still working on it. But yeah, it kind of threw me off a little. Just because, well, from what I remember, because I never finished Bayonetta 2. Uh, Bayonetta 2 looks cleaner, but again, that's a finished product. So, um, you know, benefit of the doubt, we'll give it to them. But uh, but yeah, I was thrown off at first when that was revealed. I have no idea what it was. And again, I feel like it was because of the graphics. I wasn't expecting it to be Bayonetta because I don't associate Bayonetta with that quality of graphics. Um, so I don't know. It's because it's set in a city as well, and so I don't associate Bayonetta with a city setting. Um, but yeah, I'm glad that Bayonetta fans got finally an update. You know, it's a game that exists, and it's a game that's gonna come out. So that's a win right there.
Yeah. I see what you mean by like the quality not being up there. You know, there's like, especially the beginning. For the beginning, and you see the soldiers with those running animations of like, ooh, this looks kind of.
Yeah, I
It's,
thought it was like a third party game or something. Like,
uh-huh. Well, it is, but
I mean, yeah, I mean, like one of those like, but
I get you. Yeah. Yeah, that kind of threw me off, but I feel like bef before they wanted to show this off, they weren't too concerned about that part. They just want to make sure that what makes Bayonetta looks good, like the crazy epic like fights that are happening, and that Bayonetta looks good. I think those are the main things that they wanted to accomplish before they showed this off. But personally, it has me interested to play 1 and 2 before this comes out. I do plan on playing Bayonetta 3.
Mhm.
What do you think about her design change? I think it looks awesome.
It looks great.
Yeah.
It looks cool, and well, yeah, it looks great. I don't want to say anything. Mm.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that's one of the theories, no?
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah,
I don't want to say
because
anything
I
much.
saw I saw
All
some of that
right.
too. There's some theories about her hair, but yeah, she looks good.
Oh, I've seen what people are talking about. It didn't really make sense to me, but yeah.
Hmm.
She looks good though.
Just kidding.
All right. Next thing that we have right here, Splatoon 3 gameplay was shown, and the return of the Mammalians single player campaign was revealed. What did you guys think about this?
It's great, dude. I mean, more Splatoon. Uh, I'm interested in seeing like where the story goes from like the second game, because we saw a lot of like characters from the past games. So it's gonna be interesting to see what they do with those characters and with the story. Um, and then the mammalians. I don't know. I don't know if that was introduced like in past games. Honestly, I kind of forgot. But I mean, I don't know. Splatoon. It's such a staple in like Nintendo already for Nintendo, and it's one of those games that Jose and I we enjoy playing. We follow, or at least I follow
Hmm.
quite a bit. Um, so I'm excited. I'm excited to see this game, to play this game.
Cool.
Yeah, same here. Well, we did get to see like some new weapons. We got that like Spider-Man thing,
Yeah,
where
it
you
looks
get to
weird, but kind of
that
cool.
hook shot type of weapon. So that's interesting. I feel like that's gonna, I don't know, it's gonna add something new to the game. And yeah, I
Verticality.
mean, I'm excited. Yeah, exactly. I'm excited to see again, like well, like we said, where the story goes from where it, left off in Splatoon 2. new characters, etc. Um, Overall, I do feel like Splatoon 3. I'm not as attached to it as I
Mm.
was to the first one and the second one, and I don't know if it's because I feel like it was kind of rushed, like the announcement. I remember when it first was revealed, Splatoon 3 was first revealed. I don't know. I feel like Splatoon 2 was still very much like there. I don't know, like relevant, um, like very present. And to me, it feels like, oh, Splatoon 3, like it felt very soon. Um, and so it's like, I guess it didn't Nintendo didn't allow me to miss Splatoon
Mm.
um, enough for the announcement to be like, oh my God, Splatoon 3, like I have to get it. So yeah, there's been a detachment there. Um, but obviously, I mean, it's Splatoon 3. It's become one of the staple franchises for Nintendo. Um, and and I mean, we enjoy those games, so I'm definitely gonna get it. But yeah, like the hype factor, it's kind of missed the mark for me there.
Ah, I see. Yeah. Hmm. Well, I don't have much of an attachment to Splatoon personally. I missed it on the Wii U, and I didn't get it on the Switch. The only reason why I would get this is if you guys get it, and I can just paintbrush people. Honestly,
Yeah,
that's enough for me. That'll be enough reason for me to pick this up. Just saying.
yeah. We did play, huh? We played together at one point.
Yeah, they had a trial for Splatoon 2, and we were
All
playing it.
right, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Mhm. Luigi, do you still remember when I paintbrush you? I feel like people hate those players, but I don't care.
Yeah.
It is what it
Never
is.
forget.
Never forget.
Never forget.
All right, so this next thing was announced at the very beginning of the direct. Monster Hunter Rise Sunbreak expansion pack announced for summer of 2022. I guess they have a little bit more details here. It says it's a massive expansion, and the new expansion will contain newly added stories, locales, and monsters, as well as newly added hunting actions and quest rank. So yeah, just making a pretty massive game, just totally massive with additional things to do. Can't be mad at it.
Yeah. I heard that they do this like with their games. Um, so I guess it's like people saw it coming, I guess. And so I mean, but yeah, it's cool that they're adding more content to it, and for example, in my case, I sort of like stopped playing Rise after a while, and I think as soon as I finished the story, I kind of like just moved on, I guess.
Yeah,
So it gives me more of a reason to come back, and enjoy the game because it is a good game. It's not like it's a bad game, but
dude, it's an awesome game.
yeah, and
Yeah.
and it's cool. It's cool that they're still adding more to it and supporting it,
Hmm.
even with the whole like crossover things that we still need to do, right?
I know, man. We gotta. I'm gonna try to make it a weekly thing if we can, because
Hmm.
there's so much content to do in that game.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jose, shall we move on? I know that you haven't really played too much Monster Hunter.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, just
This is to me what Splatoon 3 is to you.
true, true. I can accept that. We also got news that Super Smash Bros. Ultimate's final DLC fighter will be revealed on in early October. The special presentation will be on October 5th at 7 a.m. This will be the final Mr. Sakurai presents and will bring to an end all the major updates for Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. That kind of hurt me reading that, not gonna lie.
I mean, he deserves a break. Poor guy. But yeah, it's interesting to see that they decided to leave it as a surprise until the day of. Um, I don't know. This could go this could go either way. So who knows? Who knows what's gonna happen?
What if they say, uh, what's it called? The Fire Pass 3, version 3 or something. No, I'm kidding. Um, I mean, yeah, when they said that, like, oh, this is Mr. Sakurai's last uh, presentation on Smash Ultimate, it's kind of like, what, it's been like 3 years already? 4 years of
It
just
came
adding
out.
content to this
Yeah,
game.
about.
Um, and I mean, it's bittersweet, I guess. But I am excited to see what this last character is, and what other news they might present during the Mr. Sakurai presents. I don't know if maybe I'll feel a little sad. What if he like says he's retiring or something, and like he he says farewell to everyone? I don't know.
Mm.
Like the way they say it, it's kind of like, okay, this is the last thing, and like, please tune in. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a special presentation that Sakurai is going to have like a heartfelt message to us and announce maybe his next plans if he has any.
Project maybe.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. I believe Nintendo will let him do that, especially since how much he's done for the for the franchise.
Yes.
Yeah. Uh, Seeing that it's going to be part of this presentation, does that change any speculation as to what the character would be?
Not at all. Like, it can be anyone. It can be another
Serious.
Fire Emblem character, dude. Like, it can be
Hmm.
anything. I don't even know anymore.
Jeez.
It's gonna be a Kirby character.
It's gonna be Sakurai himself.
Himself. What's funny is that when I was looking at the the direct, I didn't hear that the character was going to be announced at a different at a different later, and I went into the Kirby trailer thinking it was like
They gave us the
an
Smash thing.
announcement. Yeah, it was pretty funny. I was like, "Is that Destiny Islands from Kingdom Hearts?" Bro,
Oh my god, Brett.
yeah, it's pretty funny. Animal Crossing is going to be getting its own direct in October, and Brewster and the Roost are coming soon. Cool. More content for Animal Crossing. I think it desperately needs it.
Yep. I feel like Nintendo dropped the ball with Animal Crossing. Just completely abandoned it for a bit. It's I don't know. Hopefully that's gonna get me back, uh, get me to go back in the game. But yeah, so right now it's just completely deserted. My island.
Roaches.
And there's gonna be a direct on October, so more news coming.
Yes. We also got to see Mario Party Superstars. Mario Party Superstars sees the return of Woody Woods, Yoshi's Tropical Island, and Horrorland. It's going to be launching on October 29th. Cool. I'm kind of excited for
Cool.
this. I
Yeah.
think I'll pick it up.
I think I have pre-ordered.
Nice. Oh no. This
What?
next one, dude.
Oh, yes.
Shigeru Miyamoto announces the cast and release date of the Super Mario Bros. Movie. It is going to be coming out in North America on October 21st, 2022. Chris Pratt will play Mario, and Anya Taylor-Joy will play Peach. Charlie Day will play Luigi. Jack Black is going to be Bowser. Keegan Michael Key is going to be Toad. Seth Rogen is going to play Donkey Kong, and Charles Martinet is going to appear in special cameos. All right, guys, go off. What do you think about this? What's going through your mind about this one?
It's weird. I don't know. Like when they showed Chris Pratt as Mario, I'm like, what kind of movie is this gonna be? Like what is this? I don't know. Uh, I feel like since it's Illumination. Uh, I don't know. I feel a little worried. It's because it's Illumination. Then you have this cast. I think they are going for like a more Hollywood heavy movie.
Oh,
Like
mm-hmm.
like focusing on merchandise kind of thing. Um, and yeah, I mean, ever since they announced that it was gonna be Illumination doing the movie, I was kind of worried already. They did the Minions movies, they did the Despicable Me movies, and I don't know what else they did. The Sing movies, um, and those movies, they always felt, especially like the sequels, they always felt like very cash grabby. They sold well. Well, let's make another movie, and let's not care about you know
Mm.
a story or whatever. Um, so I was a little disappointed when they said that it was going to be Illumination, but we have Miyamoto on board, so it gave me hope. I still have some hope of just to see what it's going to be like. Um, but I can't imagine. I can't picture Chris Pratt uh, talking as Mario or Mario talking with Chris Pratt's voice.
Yeah.
Uh, Charlie Day. I mean, I guess I see it, um, but like the rest of, of the characters, maybe Peach. I mean, it's acceptable. It's like, but it's gonna be interesting to see how those voices come off. Are they gonna do the voices like Italian voices, or are they gonna be just normal voices? It's so weird. I don't know.
I mean, if they do Italian accents, I mean, that's a little bit of a, um,
Cultural appropriation.
yeah, it's. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I'm not Italian, so I can't say, oh, that's offensive or whatever. But I mean, it does touch on very uh, sensitive territory. um, but then it's like, well, if you don't do the Italian accent or whatever, well, then it's not Mario anymore, because that's Mario. Um, and so then it goes back to, well, why didn't they cast Italian actors, or I don't know. I don't know what they're doing. I don't know what they're gonna do with it. Um, I'm not hyped. It's I don't know why we need a Mario movie. Um, and and I don't know why Illuminati, sorry, Illumination.
Oh, dang.
I know, right? I don't know why Illumination, out of all the companies out there that could produce it, I don't know why they went with Illumination. Um, I I'm not concerned. Well, I mean, I am concerned with what we've gotten, but I know Nintendo is very, very, very protective of their property,
Yeah.
and Mario is like the property, and so I know that they're not gonna, you know, make a bad product, or they're gonna make sure that it's good, and that it fits well with their image and their property, and that it's respectful and respected. Um, but I don't know. I mean, just because it's something that's good in their eyes, it doesn't really mean that it's gonna resonate with the viewers and the fans. Um, just because it's not. I don't know. Like, it's not something that people have been asking for. Um, like, I get like the Pokemon adaptations. People have they want to see that. I get the Legend of Zelda. people want to see, a live action, or it would be really interesting and cool. But I've never really heard Nintendo fans be like, "Oh, we need a Mario movie," you know. And so I don't know. We'll have to see and wait what the final product is. But yeah, my hype for that is it's zero, to be honest.
Mm. I'm actually looking forward to it. Um, I think that it could be the fact that people haven't really been clamoring for it. I think it has potential to surprise people. I know that the casting doesn't instill confidence, but I'm gonna choose to have faith in Miyamoto to deliver something, or make sure that the people in charge deliver something that's awesome. Even those movies, I guess those movies do. I wonder how the tone, because those tones, those movies are kind of like uh, a little too much for a Mario movie. I think it needs to be more subdued in my eyes, but I don't know. I'm gonna choose to have hope, and I am semi excited for it, I would say. Okay. Let's see what else we have. We have a few more things. We're probably gonna have less things to say about these that are coming up. Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic will make its way to the Switch in November, November 11th, 2021. Castlevania Advanced Collection brings four classic games to the Switch, and that was released the day of the Direct. Um, are you guys attached to any of these Castlevania games? Did you play them before?
No, I don't think I
No.
played any Castlevania game,
Yeah,
unfortunately.
all good. ActRaiser Renaissance is a remastered version of SNES ActRaiser, and it's out today or the day of the Direct. Project Triangle Strategy is now called Triangle Strategy, and it will be released in March 2022. Um, the team says that they've been fine-tuning the game ahead of its launch, and they've done updates. I believe it was from like player feedback from the demo, which is pretty cool. Are you guys interested in possibly picking this one up?
I am. Again, it's from the team that did Octopath Traveler. So I'm always like I'm looking forward to this game. They really need to work on the titles though. Like, man, just
For real.
like why add the project in front of them? Just say the title. It's Triangle Strategy, but even that
Hmm.
title, it's kind of like, I guess.
Yeah. A better title would, because I feel like the story of this game, like from the demo that I
Mhm.
played, is actually engaging. But if they could just like make a title that emphasizes what
Right.
they're actually presenting, would be awesome. But nope.
Like it's literally just a description of the gameplay. A Triangle Strategy. Like, bro,
Yeah,
like give me something. Like, I don't know.
for real.
Whatever.
Hmm. And supposedly the improved camera angles that they mentioned in the trailer is reminiscent of Final Fantasy Tactics, which is something that a game that a lot of people
Mhm.
are very nostalgic for. So
Yeah.
yeah. Metroid Dread got an extended story trailer. I don't want to say much about it. I did catch one thing that I thought was really interesting, but I don't want to talk about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yoko Taro's card RPG Voice of Cards heads to the Switch this October. It's going to be released on October 28th. In this game, everything is represented as cards on a tabletop, including shops, characters, towns, and more. Taro also brought along Nier series veterans like Yosuke Saito, Kimi. I'm not gonna, and a couple of other people. I'm sorry, I don't want to butcher their names.
Yeah.
Yeah, so just drafted that one. Wonder, I am actually interested. There's a demo, right?
I think.
I believe there's a demo, so I might actually try that out.
Mhm.
Okay, Dying Light 2 Stay Human. It's going to have a cloud version, and Dying Light Platinum Edition is coming to the Nintendo Switch. Mario Golf Super Rush gets new characters and courses. Deltarune Chapter 2 made its way to the Switch the day of the Nintendo Direct. Chocobo GP brings a Final Fantasy racing game coming to the Switch in 2022. Um, I thought this was kind of interesting. What do you guys think about this Chocobo
I
GP
mean,
game?
yeah, it's interesting. Apparently, it's a franchise that's been uh, it's been like it exists since like what the 2DS or maybe like the PlayStation or something like that. So I mean, it's cool. It's cool that it's coming. More kart racers. It's always good. That way we don't have to rely on Mario Kart. Um, but yeah, it's interesting. It looks good. It looks fun.
Yeah, it looks fun. Disco Elysium, the final cut, arrives on the Switch on October 12th. Anybody interested in Disco Elysium?
I am.
Yeah.
I've been interested in it since like it got like a lot of awards like a couple of years ago, I think. Um, and I feel like it's intriguing like what it's about, but I feel like it's a huge like time investment for this game. So,
Hmm.
but I am definitely interested in it.
Cool. A new trailer was shown off for Hyrule Warriors: Age of Calamity's new expansion pass content. Let's see what kind of description we have here. It says, we received a new look at Hyrule Warriors: Age of Calamity's newest wave of expansion pass content, which will be released on October 29th, 2021. This new content includes a new duo character in Pura and Robbie, new stages like Coliseum and Kakariko Village, and new story sequences. This doesn't do anything for me. It was a do for you guys.
Honestly, I kind of forgot about it. Um, I forgot about the expansion pass when it came out. I was like, oh yeah, that's true. There's another part coming. Um, I mean, it's cool, more content. Um, I'll probably play it just to see, like those story elements. But
Hmm.
it's not something like that did the direct for me. Like it's not like, oh dang, yeah, we finally got this. It's like, okay,
Yeah.
cool. More content.
Yeah,
What
same
about?
here.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, sorry.
No problem. No
Um,
problem.
um, so yeah, sorry.
It's okay.
Ya se fue. Anyways, um, I kind of forgot about that as well. I didn't play the I haven't played the first expansion pass either, actually. So I really need to get on that. But yeah, I mean, it is one of those things where it's like, oh, okay, oh, cool,
Hmm.
it's like a nice, like it's something that you already knew was coming, but you forgot about it, so it makes for a nice surprise when once you remember that it's coming. Um, uh, it's like finding $1 on your jeans, a dollar you forgot, and it's like, oh, it's here. That's nice. Can you hear me? Oh, okay. I think he's on the phone.
Right, we can hear you. Mute yourself.
Please, please hold.
Yes.
Hey guys. Hello. Hello.
Hello, hello.
Hello. Sorry
Yes.
guys. I had to pick up a call.
Yeah. You didn't mute yourself, dude. We can hear it.
Oh well, yeah. You guys can hear it, but I
Mhm.
muted the stream. I forgot to mute you guys.
Oh, okay, okay. All right,
Yeah.
all right.
Sorry.
All right, we
Uh,
were worried that everyone knew your business
Yeah.
now.
yeah. I muted the stream. So I trust you guys.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
All right. Okay. So we were talking about Age of Calamity, right?
Yeah.
Right.
So yeah, I was saying that it was just a nice surprise. I did like that Robbie and Pura are a duo. I think that's very interesting. Um, and and yeah, that's pretty much it. It was all right.
Yeah. I was gonna ask, I guess you guys aren't really too hyped about that character. They kind of looked okay.
Uh, yeah. I mean, it's whatever. I don't know. Like,
Mhm.
um, it's cool that we get to play as those characters that we know
Mhm.
from. Well, not even from Breath of the Wild. It's like these games are like from Age of Calamity. Um, and it's cool. I mean, people started coming already. People were like theorizing that we were gonna play them eventually, and I mean, yes, we are, and it's like
Mhm.
I don't know, it's whatever. I think for me at least.
Right. Man, this game would go hard if it just ran better, bro. If like I would be tempted to get it. Was just thinking about playing as what's her name? I haven't played Breath of the Wild in a long time. The fish waifu,
Urbosa, oh,
Mifa.
Mifa,
Yeah, man, freaking Nintendo, please, man. This is like one game. Just
yes.
let me play it at 60 frames, dude.
Hmm.
Okay. The highlight of the show, Disney Magical World 2 Enchanted Edition, brings magic of Disney to the
Day
Switch.
one, yes. Um,
Man, this isn't for us,
I
man.
mean, yeah, it's not for us.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I guess it's a port as well, so it's like,
Really?
I mean, yeah, I think it's a port from like the 3DS. I think a 3DS game.
Oh, from the
Um,
original 3DS version, yeah.
yeah, and I mean that's cool. I mean, there has to be a reason why they're porting it. People liked it, I guess. So cool for them. It's not for me.
Got you. Uh, I don't know much about this one here. Shadowrun Trilogy brings three classic RPGs to Switch in 2022. Cyberpunk
Yeah,
meets
and even
fantasy.
yeah, I don't know either. Um, Apparently it's like a cult classic,
Hmm.
um, but yeah, I've never really heard of it or even like read of it, or so I was kind of like it caught me by surprise, I guess, because I wasn't expecting it. But
Hmm.
I mean, that's cool. It sounds cool.
Yeah, sounds cool. I might rewatch this trailer actually, see how it
Yeah,
looks.
yeah, because I think I didn't pay much attention to it.
Hmm.
Again, we were working, so.
Right.
Mhm.
And there's two more that are on the list here. Rune Factory 5 and its farming and RPG. What? Rune Factory 5 was it the presentation? Maybe in the
Yeah.
Japanese one?
No, it wasn't a presentation. It was on what's it called?
Montage?
I could, yeah, the montage. Yeah, where
Oh,
they just
okay.
show like games. It was there.
Oh, okay. So Rune Factory 5 coming to the Switch March 2022, March 22nd, 2022. And then the last thing, Arcade Archives Pac-Man and Arcade Archive Xvius adds more arcade classics to the Switch the day of the Nintendo Direct. Both Pac-Man and Xvius will be playable on Nintendo Switch in this latest entry of the Card Archive series. I didn't even really catch that, but
Yeah, it was like whatever. I think it was on the montage too.
okay. Well, that was a Nintendo Direct, guys. We already shared our thoughts of how we thought about it. I would say for me, it would be that a Voice of Cards game, Bayonetta 3, and Kirby and that Switch Online expansion would probably be my highlights.
Yeah, pretty much the same as you said. The Kirby game, the Nintendo Online, we're finally getting 64, Bayonetta 3, and um, uh, even the card game. Like I'm interested in that too.
Yeah,
But yeah, I think those three though, like the Bayonetta 3, Kirby, and the online highlights.
definitely.
Yeah, same for me. I think, well, yeah, the ones that Luis mentioned. But I think Kirby being is at the top for me. Um, Looking forward to that.
Very cool. Well, guys, that's going to bring us to the end of the podcast. I would like to thank our viewers for watching, for following us. If you are not following us or subscribed or dropping us a like on our YouTube videos, we encourage you to do so. We would appreciate you to be part of our community and talk about games because that's what we love to do. Thank you for watching. And before we sign off, do our co hosts have anything to say to our audience?
Thank you for tuning in. Until next time.
Thank you for listening. Go play some games.
Every time, every time. Thanks, guys. We'll see you next time.